Welcome to D&D with THC. This is the Bacon Campaign, episode 11. Curse of Strahd is where we're headed now. We got kind of fucked over last week with some lightning and thunderstorms, so we weren't able to stream. It's actually been 2 weeks since we did an actual D&D Bacon Campaign stream, so we got fucked over last week. We're going to pick it up this week. Hopefully it goes off without a hitch, and I'll kick it over to Bacon. Take it away, Bacon.
Hey, everybody. So happy to be back. Where we left off. Well, let's take a step back and just recap on where we are. So after we met Lex's undead lover, Richter's undead lover. Richter, what is your name now that you've gotten your memories back? Artie Mist, correct?
Artie Mist is his name. He is muted.
Excellent. So Artie got his memories back, and your the undead lover Lily, she cast you off into a mysterious realm where you solved some puzzles and then killed your arch nemesis, Sir Archibald Thornton Sparksworth III, aka the Flashy Man. But as you came out the other end of this strange puzzle dimension that she had cast you in, you come to the land of Barovia. Step through the portal, there's no door behind you, and you're in a land surrounded by mist. Now, look, I'm going to read this off of the, this is a pretty good description, because as you step out, you're on a mountain range, and you're at the top of a hilltop, and you have a brief moment of clarity where you can see this, and then the mist takes over. Rolling thunderclouds cast a gray pall over the land of Barovia. A deathly stillness hangs over the dark woods, which are patrolled constantly by Strahd's wolves and other servitors. The evergreen trees of the Svalich woods climb the sides of the mountain that enclose the valley. The largest of these peaks is Mount Baratok, its snow-covered cap and rugged slopes. Baratok's slightly smaller twin, Mount Gakis, is mostly bald with tufts of trees here and there. Between these two mountains stand Lake Zarevich, which is fed by streams of ice-cold water pouring down the face of Mount Baratok. On the south side rests the town of Valaki, enclosed on a palisade. West of two mountains, atop a hill, stands the Abbey of St. Markovia. You see all of this from your hilltop very briefly, very clearly, where the Barovians built a walled village named Krezik. And suddenly you see the clouds take over. So they proceeded forward, but there was a party member missing. It looks like Rob had been another mishap with the transportation. However, they found a cleric, nursed him back to health, and started making their way down there, accompanied by a stray dog that they had found that was tending a corpse. The party is led to a patch of little trouble here. We have a wraith combat that's just about to go on, that was cut off last time, so why don't we get started? Roll for initiative, everybody.
Click your character first.
I didn't click my character first. My bad.
Oh,
Oh,
I like the way that looks, my friends.
Say hello to my little friend.
Right, a little better tonight.
Indeed. Hopefully it will lead to better fighting. Somewhere Gideon is complaining about his rotten luck.
Bear with me, folks, as I try out the full capacity of this for one.
Somebody rolled a 20 just now.
yeah, the DM just rolled a fucking 20 with his
That is
initiative.
not happiness.
Why does it seem like it has -2 to initiative?
It does.
Who has -2 to their initiative?
The DM does, or well,
The
wraiths,
zombies.
the zombies do.
Is that always a thing?
Yeah, they have like wicked low dexterity. They're just wicked slow. You can typically go first. So speaking of going first, put yourselves on the map in the bottom left corner, please, and follow me.
Hey, do you see that Ptolemy with the red dot on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one without the red dot is is me. The one with the red dot is my clone, my smoke clone.
Cool, sounds good.
I just want to. I remember that. I just remember I couldn't take them off, so I just moved them off the map.
So these wraiths, this wraith accompanied by its zombies has approached you guys as you were looting and investigating a corpse.
Oh, look, these are some type of weird undead creatures.
Indeed, must be killed.
I'm not in the lineup, but I rolled a 20.
Ignore that.
Bacon, you have
He
to
can
add.
perform-
Already missed out of 20.
So you hit. Did you make? You made an attack at a 20, correct?
No, already
Yeah,
missed
I-
isn't in the turn order. His initiative was a 20. He didn't click on his character first.
Yeah, I'm trash. My bad.
Why don't you just do it now, though? Because you don't even have an icon.
Yeah, he's got an icon.
Damn.
I'm just hella camouflage.
Yeah, you're in now, so you're good.
Thank you.
All right. So yeah, Ptolemy.
Okay, as the we're looking at these things, is there any way we can figure out like what they are?
Go. You can roll religion.
I take a shot. Not particularly a religious person, but perhaps.
Oh, we're not all supposed to do it? My bad.
On your turn, since we're going in turn order, you can roll religion, and then the group will know when somebody gets it.
I don't know what these things are, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I'll send them back wherever they came from. I'm gonna move.
What are you attacking with? That's important.
Oh, I have a greatsword, but I'm not gonna use the greatsword yet. As I approach this creature here, the pink dot, I'm packing a bowl on a pipe that I have on me, and as I approach the creature, I light it and I take a big drag from the pipe, and then I close my eyes, and then when I open them, I exhale a big gout of smoke that forms into a clone of me. It looks like me, but it's made out of smoke. And I make it right here. This is my echo. For I am a Neko Knight. Okay, I don't gain advantage from doing that, but I can use my Echo Knight to attack for me. So I'm first gonna attack the thing in front with a greatsword slash. $14 hit. Hello?
1 second.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure I was still there.
Sorry, my mouse went a little crazy.
No problem.
14 hits.
Nice.
Let's go.
I am going to do damage.
Wow. Thank God you
12
re-rolled
ain't
that.
Yeah, ones always get re-rolled, so that's cool. It's 12. For my second attack, I'm gonna let it originate from my echo, and I'm gonna use Great Weapon Mastery. I take -5 to my attack roll to do 10 extra damage if I hit.
Come on, big roll.
Yep. I figured if I could hit him with a 14, I might get a chance.
Hey, that'll do it. That should do it.
That'll
Yeah,
hit.
that'll do it.
Actually, is that a silvered weapon? I'm sorry.
I don't think so. It's just a,
Yeah, I
it's just a
think we
plus
bought-
1 greatsword.
I thought we had silver potion and we dumped it all over our shit.
Honestly, I don't.
combat.
Yeah, that only lasted 1 combat, and I don't think it was for this one. I don't remember.
It was in the riddle area that we did that.
Yeah. But okay, so 19 damage.
Let's go.
Oh no, actually 25. It's 25.
25 damage.
And that's gonna come from my smoky echo attacking it from behind.
You hit. It's not seeming to be as effective as it could be, for some reason.
I'm hitting these things pretty hard, but it does not look like they are dying well. They are resistant.
Next up is the Wraith.
Oof.
How do I just make it do an attack? I just click the attack.
Or to click the to hit part. If you click just the name of things, it just shows the name of stuff.
Sweet fucking Jesus.
That target.
It's going to be the first one.
And who's it directed
So-
at?
It's directed at Ptolemy.
What is the attack?
So, the attack
Okay.
is
11
Yeah.
is. I'm saying 11 is no. 11 doesn't hit me.
that can't be it because like I'm so confused because like one of those is a 19, one of those is a 5. Tell you
So-
what, I'm
So what's happening, Bacon, is it's set to automatically roll advantage all the time for you. So
no,
What we usually do in that situation is use the first number.
yeah,
that would be the 19.
I don't know if it's 19.
11.
11.
It's the
and
first
10
number
is-
in the chat. See on the chat.
No, what he's saying
chat
is the
lines?
dice that rolled says 19 for some stupid fucking reason. It says 19 and
And the other
5.
dice, and the other dice that
Well,
rolled
on the
says
19,
5. The
it's
5
used
was
to-
the 11. The 19 was the 25. It
Yeah,
auto
that's what I was
rolled
gonna say.
advantage.
Yeah.
What's the
auto roll
25 though? It's showing 11 and 10 on my screen. Oh, okay. It rolled twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why.
So if you want to change it, you go into the character sheet. At the top right of it, there's a little cog that shows up. You press it, and a little menu comes down near the bottom. It'll ask you to auto roll advantage, auto roll.
No. It actually
Damage,
rolled
whisper.
4 times. That's the fucked up part.
No, there's
Okay,
only
I'm
two
just gonna
D20s on the screen.
I'm gonna
I
save it
know.
and then I'm gonna roll it because we can't figure this out.
No, it rolled 11 and a 25 was the first time you rolled. You must have clicked the button twice because it then again rolled an 11 and a 10 right after.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So 11 misses you. Woo, we got that. We made it, guys.
Yeah.
It curses in its language. It sounds draconic. Does anybody know draconic?
I do
think
not.
I do.
Let me check my languages. I don't actually remember what I speak.
I do not.
Yeah, check that. It's not crazy important. So next up is Artie.
I actually didn't pick my languages, so yes, I speak Draconic.
Yeah.
It's screaming fuck.
I chuckle I chuckle. Really? Is that all you've got? This is going to be
It just so
fun.
happens fuck is the only word I know in Draconic.
You know the word fuck
I
in
know
every
fuck in
language.
every language.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set my turn off. I'm gonna put Hunter's Mark on the Wraith. I'm gonna take a shot with my longbow after that. First one's gonna do Colossus damage. Does a 16 hit?
Let's go.
A magical longbow, correct?
Yeah. And also, Colossus and Hunter's Mark are both magical damage.
Ooh. 8/8.
That's 16 total.
That is
8
That's
plus
21.
5, and then
21. 16 to hit, 21 damage.
And then I roll a d6 to add to
So-
that.
No,
You
22
just rolled
damage.
an 8 on an 8, an 8 on an 8, and a 6 on a 6.
Yeah,
3 damage.
27 damage.
21 damage. That's 27
27.
damage. Jesus Christ.
Total on the first hit.
Yeah, it's
On the
not heavy.
first hit. Not so good. Can't win them all.
Yeah. I'm gonna move a little bit to the left, try to get out of his range of movement. And then I'm gonna end my turn.
Next up is the zombie. Who's gonna run over to there? Hang on 1 second.
The Echo Knife gonna hold it down for everybody.
That sounds like my job.
Gonna try to slam into our good friend there. Does whatever I just rolled hit you?
Hit me or the
Yeah.
Echo Knight? I mean, or the Echo. The Echo's
Yeah, the
AC
Echo.
is 17.
Are you able?
Damn.
Are you able to make it so the DM doesn't know which one's the Echo?
No, he's got to know.
I have to.
And
Well,
really,
you
if
can
you
make
pay
it-
attention, you know what I mean?
can-
Like, if he didn't have to look at everything else, you would know.
Right.
Yeah.
You can probably make it so that the whatchamacallit, the characters don't know that which one's the Echo, but that's
We could
here-
take-
neither here nor there.
We could take the dot
Never-
off, and you know damn well we'd
It's
all
not,
fucking
though.
forget
Nah.
who's the Echo.
Zan. Next up is Zan Axe.
Okay, so I am going to. Where'd it go? Second level spiritual weapon. Let's see.
What's it look like?
Looks like me. It looks like just a big old fucking warhammer, basically. That is green. So my spiritual weapon is red. I'm gonna put it on this guy and make his attack with it. So cast it. Roll. Does a 11 hit the zombie?
Hang on 1 second. Yes, it
Jeez.
does.
Garbage.
Nice
Oh,
for,
wow.
for 13 force damage.
Force damage. Nice.
And then for my action, I'm gonna look over at Dab, but I'm gonna say, Dab, burn the shit out of this guy, and I'm gonna point at the Wraith, and I'm gonna use Channel Divinity as my action, Pass to the Grave.
Are you pointing at the
Um,
Wraith, telling me to burn the Wraith?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as I point, I cast this. It just marks him. The next time you or an ally of yours hits the cursed creature with an attack, the creature has vulnerability to all of that attack's damage, and then the curse ends. So it basically gives double damage to the next damage attack to it.
That is very disrespectful.
Gonna move up a few feet and end my turn there.
Very nice. Next up is Dab.
Dab's he's gonna cast 3rd level fireball on the Wraith.
Damn.
Damn. Was the Wraith got a roll?
Hold on, let me roll it.
So it's a deck save.
Who's getting hit by that?
Where are
Place
you
shoot
throwing your
flash,
fireball?
Fails the deck, or no, it just makes the deck save. No, failed the deck save.
Failed the deck save.
Yeah.
Where is it?
So it's a 20-foot
else
radius. So it's a radius, right?
Yeah, that's a 20
So if I was to
circle.
drop it right
Yeah,
there,
you probably hit
is
all
that
3
hitting
of them.
all of them?
Yeah, it is. If you
So that
use
means
this dot,
Bottom zombie
here?
and top right zombie have to
yeah,
make
you're
that deck
20
save
foot
as
radius to
well.
all of them.
Damn, then 35 damage.
And the
Baby.
rate takes 70.
The Wraith takes 70
Why does the rate take 70? Why is it double?
because
Because
Artemis
of-
put a spell on him.
You put a
Yeah.
spell, but the next attack that hits him is double damage.
Oh. Yeah, the Wraith is fucking vaporized at this point. Let me roll that deck save for these zombies with -2 decks.
Wait. Because, the next attack on him does double why?
Because
of the
Artemis
spell,
cast
you
a-
should have-
Xanax.
Yeah, they all saved. They all fit. All those zombies failed the save. So
Everything dead.
Blah.
Let's go.
They all take double damage?
No,
it's
just the Wraith.
Look in the chat for roll 20 a little up a little further. It's Channel Divinity Path to the Grave.
Okay.
So I'll nuke all 3 of
Yeah.
them.
Vulnerability is double damage, Lex.
they're all
then,
dead. They're all fucking dead. Yeah, these
see
two
if I
zombies
got
are gonna
a
last
bonus
totally.
I look over there. Oh, that was an
Oh my
interesting.
God.
That was an interesting combination, friends.
And I am an almighty and powerful wizard. And I'll end my turn there.
Dab just said, "I am a powerful wizard."
Yeah.
You are not very humble, though, are you?
Who needs
So
to be
we got-
humble?
Good kid.
Next up is Pink Zombie, who's gonna attack. I don't know. Let's go with Ptolemy.
Okay, that would do. That at least spice things up a bit.
Oh god damn it!
Finally,
Did
the
you
DM
get it?
can't roll for shit once.
17.
Yeah, 17 hits me.
Boom! Headshot.
Finally.
5 damage bludgeoning.
Okay.
Bitch.
Okay. Though it probably would have been more effective to hit my Echo, for it has only 1 HP.
Well, fuck you.
I am taking 5 damage from this incredibly delinquent undead creature.
It doesn't like you, yeah. Next up is Ptolemy.
I do believe in your country they say, the shoe is on the other toe this time, huh?
Fortunately, the zombie does not catch your mistake, as it is a zombie.
Okay. So I am going to try to chop this thing to little pieces. I'm going to use Great Weapon Mastery, -5 to my attack roll to do 10 extra damage.
Yeah, you hit.
Yeah, okay, so great sword damage. 9, 15, 25 damage.
Yeah.
I forgot it rerolls 2s too. That's fucking cool.
Can I
Pink just pink mists.
can I ask a quick question just out of game?
Yeah.
That gem you give me, should I just announce what I have in it at the beginning of the thing? And can I put a 3rd level spell in
yeah.
it?
You can just put whatever you want in it every
Okay,
morning.
I'm gonna put tiny hut in it.
in
so I'll
case
have-
there's any frogs I get it.
So that's what I have stored in the gem right now is tiny hut. Sorry, Al. Go ahead. I just wanted
No
to say that
problem, I'm
before I
done.
forgot.
Next
Oh,
up,
okay. No. I still have another attack. I forgot. I only used one.
okay, cool.
All right, so I'm going to use the Echo to attack this other blue dot. Same
Smack him.
spiel. Same spiel. Great weapon mastery.
Let's
23
go.
minus 5 is 18.
Yeah. It's a zombie.
Nine,
It's a dead
25
zombie.
damage.
Dead zombie.
Yeah.
So here's what happens. Your Echo chops the fucking zombie in half, and this piece of paper comes out of one of its pockets, which is now open because of the great sword that just went through it. It just perfectly sheared this pocket open, and this piece of paper just like flops up out of its pocket, and it just sort of like starts floating down, kind of like.
Can I catch it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I reach up and I catch the paper. Told me that wasn't cool. I cut the paper out of his pocket. So I flap the paper and I go to open it. And I'm like, maybe somebody else should take this because I am not a very smart man.
Well, it's a map.
Oh, yeah. So I open it up.
It's drawings. You
Oh,
can
okay,
see the
yeah.
drawings.
I'm looking at it. I'm making heads nor tails of it anyway. I do believe that I know a wizard, and those guys are pretty smart. I turn around and hand the map to Dad.
And I look at it.
Barovia.
And I look at it.
Fucking hate this place.
Yeah.
I
And I
gotta
say
tell you, it's not a
um,
pleasant. I've been here before in D&D. It's not a pleasant place.
This appears to be a map of Barovia.
What is this Barovia you speak of? Have you ever been here before?
I've only heard of it. I've seen maps like this before in literature that I've read, but I've never ventured through there, as I've spent most of my life underground.
I'm gonna look over his
Oh,
shoulder.
cool.
I wonder
So
where we are on this map.
Lex, you
So
can
you
roll
are-
survival. You're the ranger here. You can roll survival on this right now to try to figure out where the fuck you are in relation to everything else.
Rolled a 7.
Yeah, you're actually rolling it perfect. Ignore what I just started to say. You're not exactly sure where you are, but like you can probably ascertain that you are in fact in Barovia somewhere. Probably near you're near woods, obviously, because you can see woods off in the distance. There's maybe you can't with a 7 you can't really see anything around you. You can just see woods. And you're on a hill. Somebody else can try to roll a survival if you want to figure out where the fuck you are.
I will.
Oh, well, why
Let
not?
me take a look at that.
Take a shot.
A 20?
I'm not very. Oh, I have +4 to survival. Oh no, it's survival or nature? Survival.
Survive.
Oh, I'll take a shot at that. Maybe I'm not as dumb as I thought. I am okay with the maps.
So Zan X, you and Ptolemy actually can between the two of you can figure out where you are. It looks like you're directly south of H. You see how like H will like there's this little hook of trees and a hill that like leads to like a valley there.
He's hill, leads to a valley. Somewhere around where I'm picking.
No, to the left of where you're picking, just directly south of H on that hill, like in the middle of like
Right here?
yeah, like a little bit north of there, but yeah, on that hill exactly.
I don't see the letters. You said H.
I
Oh,
don't
you-
see an H
Oh,
either.
you don't see- oh, cool.
No, those are all on everything extra. All the names and everything are all on the GM layer. Only you can see it.
Aha! I'm learning new things. So yeah, you are where you clicked though, like the first time. You're about
I
there.
guessed looking at the bushes, thinking maybe that's an H.
Yeah, there's that little hook of trees that's directly north of you. See how it like hooks up and down? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you believe you are. Seems to be a village somewhere, and there's a castle.
I see the lake near us.
I see
Right
a
on.
bridge across this river, down not too far away.
I see a settlement very close by. That is.
Oh yeah, I do see that in the hook
This
by
side of the river.
right here.
I think we could get there fairly quickly if we wanted to check it out, just to get our bearings and maybe talk to somebody.
I agree.
Because I myself have never been here before.
Because none of us have managed to be here before. I wonder why this lady sent us here.
Just
you
of
missed
some
you-
kind.
Can I assume that Ptolemy knows the story of Artemis and all his adventures with this undead chick?
Would the party have told them about all
Yeah.
of this shit?
Probably.
I would have
asking-
introduced each other when they found me. And
Yeah,
I
but I
would've
want
asked the
to.
story.
I'm asking Artemis honestly because it's his story.
What?
I said, would you have told Ptolemy about the whole adventure you had with the undead chick?
You already know about it.
Gotcha. I forgot I was in the cage too. I was in the cage. I forgot.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, you saw some things, man.
Some things like, oh, I am glad I am free.
Yeah, you know what Artemis tent looks like now.
Yeah, defund the Lich Queen.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll it. So you're gonna start making your way towards the village. It looks like. Is that what you guys said?
Yeah, we're going to go to the settlement.
settlement on the river in the little lake there.
So yeah. I'm just taking a look real quick because it looks like. Oh goodness, something just happened. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, let's go over by the edge of the water. I want to get something to drink. I am very thirsty.
So that's another survival check from everybody to try to make it because there are mists obscuring your way. Like it's going to be very difficult.
Okay.
So yeah, it looks like Ptolemy is going to be leading the way, and he leads you to the tree line. As you're walking, really one of the things that's notable is how gloomy everything is. There are these clouds that overcast everything. You haven't seen the sun since that first like miraculous moment.
Is it humid here because it's all misty and shit?
No, it's not. It's kind of well, it's humid, but it's cool. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Humid just means wet, so I understand.
So from there, yeah, you guys managed to make your way north, and you get to the woods. Go ahead and roll up.
Thanks for the subscribe, Alex Baranowski, for the YouTube subscription.
Hey, thanks for that, buddy.
Alex.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alex.
So what were we rolling?
Just a perception check.
All of us?
Everybody or
Everybody, as you're approaching these woods.
Wow, I can't roll for shit.
Ooh. Write that down.
There's
I
another
got one too.
So, Xanax, you managed to spot kind of some really rough leavings of it looks like a camp, not like terribly too recently, but no like supplies or anything, just some tracks and shit like that. But you also with the survival checks that you got before, Ptolemy, you're noticing a lot of other tracks, a lot of boot prints, a lot of claw prints. With everybody's like combined knowledges, you definitely identify some undead that have been roaming around, and just every once in a while some spatters of blood on the grass. Doesn't look like this area is terribly safe. So you are now you see how that hook? I don't know how to ping anything from here.
So hold left mouse click.
Yeah.
As long as you got the select/move thing.
So
It'll,
you guys are cool.
Yeah, there you go.
So you guys are basically here.
Okay.
Really? I thought we went over here.
No. You've gotten
Oh.
from here to here.
Okay.
Which way are you gonna go? Are you gonna go through the wood? Are you gonna go through the woods, or are you gonna go through the
We are headed toward the river, are we not?
I think we would go along the tree line around the bottom and up, yeah,
Yeah, I thought that was the plan too.
up to this
Mhm.
little village here.
But I say we keep an eye out, keep a close watch. I
So
mean,
we
these
go
tracks
like
are
this way.
kind of
Indeed,
have
I
me
agree.
worried.
I'm sorry, you were coming a little fuzzy. Which way did you say you were going? Like through
You
the
see
woods?
the-
Or through...
Nope, you see
We're
my
gonna
mark
take
on
this
the map?
path. Can you see it?
Oh yeah,
We're
cool.
gonna take this
I
path.
go that way and then that way.
Okay, excellent. So yeah, let me just roll something real quick. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh.
Fuck.
Well, I'm kind of worried about it now.
Yeah, that's
So-
a second. That's a
yeah,
second
but-
private 20 he's rolled. What the fuck?
Don't worry about it. So hang on one second. They don't provide terribly too many just like random road maps, so you guys will have to forgive me if we end up reusing some stuff. But
That's all
I don't give a fuck.
Totally okay.
as y'all are walking, roll a perception check.
Hey, there we go. Something a little better.
There's something a little worse for me.
Yeah, I'm not totally blind and deaf.
So you guys are walking along up to what looks to be a on the map campsite, and you're a good like half mile away, maybe a little bit more than that, like between a half and a whole. But you hear some voices. What languages do y'all speak?
I speak common, whatever orcs speak in draconic.
I speak orc.
I speak common, gnomish, goblin,
And- Anyone
I
speak?
speak common, elvish, and I speak elvish, giant, and common.
You hear well, anyone who speaks Elvish hears some voices. It's a set of two voices, and it's
Yeah, I'm an elf.
new travelers. Yeah, they sound fat. And they're whispering. They're whispering to each other, kind of.
Can I tell which
Angrily.
direction they're in?
Yeah. Roll.
That's-
Let me take a look. With Dad actually can spot them. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. They're definitely pointing these fucking people out as.
And we all heard that whisper, or
Hostile.
just certain people? With the 12 I got,
It was
Do I
a
roll for
whisper.
that perception?
It was an elvish too, so he said we heard that.
Who speaks Elvish?
Me.
Both, yeah,
I'm an elf.
both I and Lex do.
Lex, what was your perception roll?
I'm waiting for Bacon to tell me what to roll.
Make a
Perception.
perception roll.
Okay, cool. Got a 10.
Yeah, they're not like exactly hiding. They're just sort of sitting by rocks and put yourselves in the bottom left corner again, please.
You
I'm not on that page.
Gotta drag the banner over.
Is there any way that I could?
Sorry, I thought I already did.
Is there any way I could sneak up on them?
Yeah, Yeah, you can roll a stealth check. Not bad. Give me 1 second.
That was almost a fucking 1.
So too, Bacon. You know, if you use the THC with our team roll 20 account, I put mad roadside maps and shit in it. There's mad of that type of shit in there. So if you want, you can use any of that.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna just power through this one for now, and we're
Oh
gonna get to some-
I know for next time.
Oh yeah, totally. Hang on 1 second. Let me just fix this bullshit. So 1 does not spot you. Give me 1 second. Why doesn't it just make that the default? So 1 does not spot you. Let me roll another one.
It really should be the default, the non-advantage roll.
So yeah, if you move up to, you can move up to around like here. You can like move to some place that has decent amount of cover. If you like move up here,
I'd like to maybe let an arrow off from here, surprise them, and maybe duck behind something that prevents them from hitting me back.
well, does anybody want to roll a religion check actually first before you shoot?
I'll go for it.
Sure.
Why not?
Dad
So
pops off
these-
23.
These guys are tricky.
I already missed with the
Yeah,
nat
yeah.
20.
Artie.
Say hello to my little friend.
I wish that was my attack roll.
So Artie, these guys are vampire spawn. If you're not shooting with magical attacks, they're gonna half the damage, and they are pretty hardy. They regain hit points at the start of each of their turns, and 10 hit points every turn. At least 1 hit point, and as long as they're at least 1 hit point, and they're really tough to kill.
Okay.
Really tough to kill.
Are they? Are we able to see, or is he able to see if they half any type of damage?
Yeah, they half everything that's not magical, like bludgeoning and piercing specifically.
Good thing I got this
Okay.
magical bow for my wife.
Mhm.
All right. Well, do you mind if I start this combat now that I'm in stealth?
Yeah, go ahead and take your surprise shot, Lex.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna take it at the blue vampire.
You got advantage, sir.
Okay, sweet. Thank you. Does a 21 hit?
21 hits.
Oh,
12. Did you
12
hunters mark it?
was mad.
You didn't hunters mark it, did you?
I didn't. I thought I only had like 1 attack before the initiative. I didn't think I had like a bonus attack to put on.
Correct. You don't get a
Oh,
bonus
okay,
attack. You just get one.
gotcha.
Yeah, just get 1 attack.
So now you got to clear the turn order, Bacon, before we all roll initiative.
You can
You
just
don't have
hover
to-
over. Yeah, the quick way to do it is hover over the picture on the turn order, hit the garbage can.
Quick 12 damage on this dude.
It's not even showing. The turn order not even showing up for me. Hang on.
Not bad. Mine says
That's
it's
weird.
up.
Yeah, it's weird that he can see it, or we can see it, and he can't.
That is really strange.
Open it out again real quick.
Yeah, you can try to refresh the page. I had last night when I was doing this, I had to refresh my page, DMing like fucking 6 times.
I don't mind keeping my 20.
There we go.
Actually,
yeah, you can.
This is a really good
Oh,
order.
No, I see it. And 1 second, we just got back in, Phil.
Actually, if we're doing, I think if we roll initiative again right now, it will change. Like as long as you do it right.
I don't know if
Got it.
5 minutes.
So,
Oh,
I'm gonna roll my initiative.
He's
It
deleting.
is-
Don't fuck with it. Don't fuck with it. He's deleting them.
It did change, but I'm not using that number. I'm just seeing if it would change, but it does change. He shouldn't have to delete the whole thing if he's already got them up. We could just change ours, right?
What that? And you can change the number manually. You can delete things individually.
Yo.
You could just click your icon on this map,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
then
shit.
roll your initiative.
21 on initiative.
That rolled a
Another one.
22!
Say hello to my little friend.
Let's go. I like that. Dad, we out here. We out here on these motherfuckers, Dad.
Yeah.
Let's do a combo attack. I'm jealous you and Pino doing combo attack.
I kind of got one. Wow.
Another one?
3.
Come on.
Let's
Hello to
fucking
my
go.
little friend.
Wow, you guys really want to fuck these dudes up, huh?
Yeah.
Not me, apparently. I just want to sit back and watch it.
Don't worry, my friend. Cast many more of your spells. We will
Okay, I
destroy.
see the count on my.
You'll have to change already missed though, or no, just delete the already missed you got on there. Bacon,
No, you,
because he clicked on it this time rolled his actual proper way.
Including the
The one that just says already missed. Oh,
When you
deleted
wrote
the
in,
wrong
you could
one.
delete
Yeah,
that.
and I clicked my
yeah,
character.
yeah. No, he got it. He did.
Oh yeah, he did. Okay, we're good. Yeah.
So first up is 24. I believe it's already right.
Already
It's already-
missed.
so I'm gonna put my hunter's mark up, and I'm gonna go right back for blue.
Fucking
You guys
get
hear
him.
me?
Yeah,
yeah,
go.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fire
cool. Sorry,
away.
I thought I was muted.
Oh, we didn't even position though this time, did we?
Yeah, we did. He gave us his opportunity.
Oh, all right, my
Yeah.
fault. Sorry.
Yeah, drop
Hey,
yourself
dude.
on the in the
Yo,
bottom.
29.
Lex is fucking rolling for death tonight.
Murder them all. Yes,
I
my
know.
friend. Shoot them from far away.
11 damage on the first hit.
Oof.
Do I get Colossus on the second? No, right? Just hunter's mark.
Just Hunter's Mark.
Wow.
It's
10.
15 monstrous.
So
He did more with
11
the second one than he did on the first one. And he had
26.
Colossus on the first one.
snap, snap.
and it's all
He
magical
should-
damage
Very nice.
Why is it magical?
because I have a magical bow from my Lich Queen that she gave me one,
Oh, okay. Nicely done.
and Hunter's Mark and Colossus are both magic damage. We figured that out during Monday's campaign.
Nice.
So it's lit. Oh, and it's the end of my turn. My bad.
Next up is Ptolemy.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Let me see what Ptolemy has as feats. Because if I don't think I have mobile on this one. Yeah, I just got Great Weapon Master. Okay. I'm going to use 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to dash right up to this guy. Then I'm going to action surge so I can attack the guy.
Yeah, get it. And is that a magic weapon?
It's a +1 greatsword. Does that count as magic?
Yeah. Maybe.
Not necessarily, but it's up to the DM.
I don't know.
That's a magic weapon. +1. It was a magically enchanted weapon. Therefore, it is.
Yeah,
a
it
magic
is.
weapon.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It says this. You have a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. Yep.
Very nice.
So I take out my greatsword. It's like it's sort of like a scimitar, slightly curved. It's huge. and I aim it at the vampire spawn. I'm like, nothing personal, friend.
I'm just gonna bring him back. Yeah. My girl's gonna give me this.
-5 is 19.
Hits.
Is 19 hit?
Yep.
All right.
You want to smoke a blunt, bro?
26 damage.
26 damage.
Fucking Sam.
27. Oh no,
No,
it's a
definitely-
+1. They already added it. They already added it.
Definitely
+1.
not the cat.
Yeah. 26 damage.
Oof, this vampire spawn's looking hurt.
Oh, fuck you. No mercy. I'm gonna attack him again, same way. Great weapon mastery.
Let's go.
Oof.
27.
How did
27 damage.
How did you get all the way over there and do all your attacks in one turn?
Because not one turn. I dashed. I used my whole turn to dash, and then I use action surge.
Nice.
Yep. And
Ooh.
I
Vampire spawn goes down.
I
do
take
not
my
need me.
blade after I chop him. I chop him once with the first slash, and then I just chop him down with the other, and I just wipe my blade on him, like to clean it off. I am done. I have a little bit of movement left. I think I used 50 to get you. No, I'm just gonna. I guess I'll move back in. That's it. And I sort of stand in a ready stance. Like, fuck this guy. He might come at me. Come, friend. Enjoy the fate your friend enjoyed. I'm done.
Nice. Next up is Dab.
Dab's gonna fire Chill Touch at the red vampire. So 21 to hit.
For rage?
Yeah, it's 120 feet range. 21 hits.
God.
So it does 4 necrotic damage, but as well, and it can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn. So that little healing thing you said it does at the beginning of every round, it can't do.
Okay, and it's 4 necrotic damage.
Yeah, and until then, the hand clings to the target. If you hit an undead target, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against me until the end of my next turn.
Very nice.
So is it undead?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. So it's got disadvantage on my attacks, and it can't heal till my next turn.
And by that time, it'll lose the heal for this turn. That's nice.
So, is that the end of your turn, sir?
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
It is going to take a step into Ptolemy here. And then it's going to take 2 attacks. First, it's going to claw at you. Does a 15 hit you?
It does not. I smoothly dodge away from the first slash.
Bites at you.
Yet
An
again,
11.
I mush him back. Get your halitosis back away from me.
It hisses at you. Suddenly, it turns to a gas. Combat's over. Combat's over.
Combat's over.
As it just floats away.
Come back, you coward.
So can I go over and inspect
I
the
don't-
area where the other vampire was?
Yeah,
I told you did not need me.
I want to make a perception check.
What do we do? Sit
Go
on the
ahead, roll.
ground?
Yeah.
Maybe investigate, Dab. Investigate it.
Investigate
I gotta
it.
sit on the-
Yeah, I got +5 to investigation. So
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'm gonna sit on the ground and pick up a rock, and I'm gonna
fucking
cast
garbage.
light on it.
12 for investigation.
So, seems like these vampires were about to attack that camp. They had some like shit to. Well, you knew from getting your nat 20 before that vampires can't go in somewhere unless they've received express permission from someone within the building to, as long as it's not a public building, someone within the building to just enter. So they were planning on burning everybody out and then picking up and having their way with them in various ways. You find you find 4 flasks of oil, essentially 4 Molotov cocktails that they had constructed. Flint and tinder, a couple of bundles of sticks, and a few other items such as that. Essentially, some arsonist supplies, and then some rope and 500 gold.
Why don't we take those supplies and put it in the bag of holding that we found on the way here?
Yeah, I want to hold 2 of their Molotovs. I like fire.
Yes, fire seems to be good around these parts.
So can I
So
take
we-
2 of the Molotovs?
Yeah, go for it. Or yeah, DM. Is that okay with you? Sorry.
Yeah. What are you trying to do with the Molotovs?
I'm gonna
He's
take
gonna
2 of
use
them.
it.
as 4.
You can take them. Jeez.
All right.
Of course.
I'll take them as 2 weapons.
I'll definitely take one of them.
Is there an
Sure, I'll
attack
take
roll
one of
for those? What's the attack roll for those?
Yeah, you just attack as a ranged attack, a thrown weapon.
Yeah. What's the
And then,
damage though?
it's a splash damage. It'll be it'll be 2d6, but it'll be 2d6, but mainly it's meant to start a fire at great distance. They were like just throwing them at roofs of huts to
Yeah.
burn, smoke people
And
out.
2d6 at 20 feet range? That's fair?
Yeah.
The range is based off of your athletics.
Oh, okay. It's no modifier to it. It's just straight number.
Like it's my discretion, basically.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I get a
Alright.
plus 8 to athletics. I'm gonna launch the shit out of this.
Did we kill both vampires?
I really like that. It's 2
One disappeared.
I like that.
Yeah,
One died.
Yeah, it's lit.
yeah. The second one turned to a gas and dipped.
I bet.
So,
So,
yeah, we would-
nobody else. Anybody gonna take the last one? Because if nobody's gonna take the last one, I'm gonna take all 3 of them.
We can
All-
give one to
all three
Artie.
what?
Give one to
Molotov
Artie. He's a
cocktail.
ranger.
I have,
Molotov
I have
cocktails.
2. It was 4, I think, total. I took
Yeah.
2. Took 1, and there's 1 left. Does anybody else want to take one?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Got you. So the ranger has 1 too.
I don't need it. I
See,
can
look,
cast.
we're-
I can
we're all
cast a
wizards
Molotov.
now.
Yeah, I
I
like
can
that
cast a
too.
Molotov cocktail.
What is it? What I just take?
A Molotov cocktail.
A
It's a
Molotov.
flask of oil with a rag in it.
So you set it on
Okay.
fire and you throw it and you set fires.
Okay.
You could, it's the range is by discretion based on your athletic score. It does 2d6 damage in a 20-foot radius, but it sets shit the fuck on fire.
Okay. And vampires don't like fire.
They do not like
think-
fire.
They don't like sunlight. They like fire. In this, they don't like fire as much as most things don't like fire. Not like extra.
Got you.
So
Well,
I think
yeah,
we
so-
we would
Nobody
gather
likes
everything up.
fire for fiery oil, so
We would
fuck
gather everything up and continue our travels down the road.
it. Yep.
Yeah. So you guys
Split that gold up evenly.
Yeah. There was gold.
500.
500,
500.
500 pieces.
There's
Yeah, we
4 of
split it
us.
up easily.
$1.25 each.
So you guys are
It's
making
just
your
a-
way up
a-
towards that small camp. It looks like this is a small gypsy camp. Hang on 1 second. Let me look something up real quick. From a distance, you see a fire going. They're cooking a goat. There's a little bit of music. There's some wine.
They don't cook goat in this country. Certain ladies tend to get upset.
So I'm going to show you guys something just so you can see an image. Don't read the text that's underneath it. If you can be trusted for that.
Last time Artie Mist cooked a goat, he turned into Richter.
That's right.
So, yeah, you guys are walking up on a camp, and you hear a little bit of music. This is like the first that people have appeared happy along the way.
As an FYI, there is no writing for us. We only see the picture.
Oh, cool. Good.
Oh,
So
that is a beautiful woman.
Who are those people?
That's the gypsies living in this town.
in this encampment that we just come across, that
Let's
we
say
saved
Roma.
from some vampires, I say.
Let's
Let's
throw
say
these
Roma.
Molotov cocktails at him.
Let's say let's say Roma, because I've read the gypsy's actually a slur.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
They prefer Vistani.
Oh, it's the
that's even
Vistani.
better. Yeah.
my bad.
No,
So no worries.
we all learn together, brother.
So
I have a friend
Yeah.
that's a gypsy, and he says that he's a gypsy all the time. So I don't know if that's a thing.
Does it even matter if it is or not?
They're not gypsies though. They're
Depends on-
Vistanis.
depends on what region you live in. So these
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
they're in horse-drawn barrel top wagons. They bright colored clothing. You can see them passing around wine. They look like your people, really. They
Whoa, whoa!
Jesus.
You know what, Al? You were right about these guys, bro.
Well, let me rephrase that. The drinking and the music probably seem inviting to your party based on prior
You meant
experience.
degenerates.
That guy's
Yeah.
smoking a pipe, so I'm definitely gonna stroll up to him.
I could use a meal and maybe a payment for saving them from these vampires.
They don't
As
know that we
you,
saved them though.
As you
will
walk,
know.
roll a perception check as you're walking up.
Weapons on our side.
I'm popping my collar a little bit, just a smidge.
I'm brushing a little bit of dirt off my plate armor.
I got a fucking nat 1.
That's sad day.
Ooh.
I'd rather get it in
Well, I
bonus
didn't-
checks than in combat.
Yeah, good to get it now. Get him out now.
Damn, that's what you say. Sometimes that shit is bad.
Yeah.
Anybody else gonna roll one?
Told me to nope. Santa
I
didn't
am
do
not
too
the
bad.
perceptive fellas. Anyway, as long as I know which way I am pointing my sword, I am usually fine.
So yeah, you guys just walk up to the camp, and as you get within eye shot and they see you walking up, they kind of just take note of you. They don't really act aggressive or anything, but they stop smiling as you're walking up to them.
I'll just stop smiling.
I am going to smile mad gregariously and say, "Hello, friends."
Evening, friend. Strange to see someone coming from that direction. What do you
It's
have?
equally strange for you. We seem to have wandered into this area, and we are not particularly well versed in it. Are you native?
We are native to the earth, my friend. But you wander into Barovia? You just sort of showed up here?
It is a long story. There was a portal and the undead queen, very, very, very unpleasant woman.
Huh.
But now we are here.
Well, we like stories. Very interesting people you are. Why don't you come? Join us. Have some goat.
It is very hospitable of you.
He says something in a language that you don't recognize, and then from out from behind you in some bushes, in like from the tree line, 5 or 6 of these dudes step out, reveal themselves. They all had bows, some of them had swords, and they're putting their weapons away.
I smiled.
I smelled you there.
No, you didn't.
You didn't
I'm lying.
Yeah, he's-
unprepared in such an area. I'm sure your men saw us dispose of those 2 despicable undead.
yes, we would have done the same. You save us some trouble. Come, we give you one.
I like wine.
So, you say you come from. So as you're going into this, the music is starting back up again. There's like a fiddle and a guitar and somebody singing. There's like a fight going on in one of these areas. Oh yeah, you guys do have that magic urn that gives booze and potions. So, if you break that out, you're quite popular. But they you know, before they talk any curiosities and everything, they want to be hospitable. So there's a little party going on. There's new visitors coming into Barovia, which does not happen every day. In fact, it's really notable how surprised people are that you guys just showed the fuck up here. But yeah, is there any small talk that you guys want to make during the party? Any kind of preliminary information gathering before this guy like sits down and kind of chats you up?
Sure. I want to use insight to sort of gauge the crowd. You said they're very surprised to see us. I want to see, is that like a natural curiosity or something more sinister or more serious to the way that they feel? Like, are they wary of us because we're strangers? Or are they wary of us because you never ever see strangers? Like, if you understand what I mean. Is that okay if I roll insight?
Yeah, you can roll insight, and I'll answer that question as best as I can, but it might not be directly answering it just based on the context of the answer. But go ahead.
Okay.
So they're wary of everyone, as evidenced by the armed guards that like constantly patrol outside. However, they're genuinely surprised to see new people here, and in fact, a lot of people are asking you like around where in the sky was the sun when you came to the valley.
Not a particularly smart or perceptive man. Maybe some of my companions know.
They'll just keep chatting you up, and they'll there's plenty of time. Drink, have fun, and they're
Also,
laughing
too.
and telling stories and shit.
Also, too, I'm gonna say, if I get a chance to speak with my friends for a few minutes, I'm gonna say it is very telling that they are so well prepared for trouble, but they are so unused to strangers. If they are not fighting against people who they know are coming to get them, they have powerful beasts or monsters here.
Indeed.
Agree.
And also,
I'm gonna ask them for a beer.
Give me a beer.
I stroll up to the old man with a pipe, and I sit down beside him, smoking my pipe. And I look over him and says, "What are you smoking there?"
He smirks, and he pulls out this well, it kind of looks like root. You've never seen it before. Go ahead and roll a nature.
"14."
Yeah, it kind of looks like root, but it doesn't really look like the root that you know. And he smirks and he goes, "Barovian special." Nah. And he breaks it up. He pulls out a tobacco leaf and he rolls you guys a really fat blunt. And the root that this man has is the fucking best you've ever smoked in your life. Maybe it's just you're not tolerant to it, but it only grows in the Valley of Barovia in like this one specific spot that the Vistani hold.
And as I thank him for the giant blunt and light it up, and as I pass it around to the rest of the group, I look to him and say, "You're an old timer. You've been around a lot, as have I. What can you tell me about these lands? You seem to know them quite well."
Well, yes, we wander, we travel. We are some of the only ones who can come in and out, but the people here hurt.
Can I ask for another beer?
The old man smirks and he kind of wags his finger at you a little bit, but he pulls out looks to be a wineskin, pulls a cup out, pours you a very tall glass of this wine that he's got, and he slides it over to you, and he goes, "Much better than the beer that we have, trust me."
And so we're
I'm
originally
gonna
on our.
drink it as fast as I possibly can.
It's
We're-
it goes down wicked smooth, Lex. It's like if you had a Capri Sun that was like way alcoholic, essentially.
Way alcohol.
Dab, what was your question?
So we were originally going to a town, correct? Was it Barovia?
The village of Barovia. the epicenter where you're less likely to get stabbed anywhere else but here.
Is there anything we should look out for along the way? What is the safest route of passage?
You want safety, you should never have come. How did you come here? What was it that brought you? Did you say it was a enchantress that sent you? Did she send you directly, or what happened?
We were our friend Artie Mist here had sexual relations with Lich Queen, and after eating her goat, upset her, and he lost his memory. Turned into Richter Ironrain, and he traveled with us as Richter Ironrain. That's where we come across him. And then upon us trying to unlock who he might be, we come across this town with undead and a Lich Queen who we had found out was his lover, and he ate her goat, and she got mad and wiped his brain. But then he seen his daughter, and his daughter gave him all his memories back. So upon all this happening, she teleported us and a few of our travelers out. Some of them didn't make it, and new ones come along. So here we are. We just know we need to go get to this next town.
Do you need to see identification, or maybe a security card? You're questioning us very hard without giving us much information in return.
He's just rolling to see whether he believes you in your story, and because he got a good insight roll above a 10, so I didn't get a nat 1 basically. He believes you.
I'm gonna show him the my hickeys that are actually pretty much open wounds because she's undead, and I'm gonna be like, "Don't worry, man, it's true."
He looks at them and he goes, "You really should see those treated, most definitely." But
my friend,
so
those are the least of his worries.
You asked me. Now you've
everything's
been
to be
honest
fine.
with me.
Just don't touch his hands. Don't touch his hands.
Yes.
No, we would you like this? He says, and he pulls out a potion and he looks really concerned at Artie, and he offers Artie a potion of cure disease.
I'm vegan.
What the fuck?
Guy, bro.
I'm anti-vax.
Oh my God.
He's the
Oh.
dirtiest
I'm anti-vax.
scumbag ever, bro.
Oh my God, that's a good
I'm
fucking story.
fam. I'm good. I'm vegan.
Oh my God.
I'm comfortable with who I am.
Yo, I can't believe we keep trying to cure this pervert. He just will not do it, bro.
This guy has seen a lot of shit in his life, but he's just like kind of gawking at you open mouth, just sort of like frozen, not really sure what the fuck is going on for a second. Then he sort of snaps out of it. And he kind of just blinking, puts the potion back in his pocket, and he goes, "Well,
Yo, I have a serious question about the ambiance of this encounter. Does Artie Mist smell funny, bro? Because open winds won't smell funny.
I'm
I
gonna
wouldn't think
go
Artie
with
Mist definitely.
not at this point. He does smell funny, but not because of the openness.
You mean there's other? I don't even want to know. That's not my business. I'm sorry. I'm not rolling for none of that.
I'd look back at the old man
Yes.
off to say, "Excuse my friend, he's quite eccentric."
That must be
You,
dirty.
He pours himself another glass of wine. He empties his wine satchel and he drinks it. And then he shakes his head and he goes, "Well, you ask me if there are dangers between here and Barovia. And yes, of course. The devil Strahd has many servants between here and there that hamper us. I imagine
The
you.
Devil Strahd. Who is he?
The vampire. He rules over these lands. Lives in the castle. And
Where's
he
this
do you
castle?
remember the bat? Do you remember the bat?
It's the castle on the map, and yeah, the bat that gave you guys like an invitation.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember the
that's
bat.
what I'm looking at. That's the part of the story my brain was missing.
So, yeah, and so I assume, like, Dad, do you like pull the invitation out and look to see if it's the same guy, which it is?
Yes. definitely.
The old man, he kind of nods. He looks somberly at it and he nods. Yes, sometimes invitations do go out to people that are interesting, and I can see why he believes you are interesting. He says something in the dialect that you don't understand to one of his other people. They have this like brief conversation back and forth. They're deciding what to do with you, but not in like a violent way. And he goes, "We will send you along the canal. We will send you on boat to the village of Barovia."
Sir, are you friend or foe of this Strahd, this vampire
Can I
Strahd
roll
you
for
speak of?
perception to see if he's lying to me?
Good.
Bacon?
Yeah, you can roll. You can roll that. Roll insight to see if he's lying to you.
Okay. And what do I have to get above?
Just roll it. I'll tell you if you make it or not.
Oh, okay. 7 is not gonna do it.
You can't get a read on this guy. It's like different facial ticks, different costumes, like different everything. It's hard to get a beat on him. But he turns and he goes, "I am the friend of the people, the friend of the land, and Strahd is a monstrosity. What do you think?" And he smiles and he goes, "We will take you to Madame Ava. She is currently in Barovia. Well, a little outside of Barovia. She will want to meet with the men that arrived the day the sky went clear for the first time in
Who
decades."
were? Can I ask him a couple questions?
Oh my God.
Who were those creatures that we just defended you from?
They are poor souls that Strahd has taken and warped into playthings, just to keep pestering us, make things interesting. He gets bored.
So you like them here?
We don't.
Okay.
Yes, they were going to pester us, try to take one or two of our young.
Do you intend on fighting back?
There's, most of them are not so brazen against us. We move through. We do what we can. We defend what we must, and we save what we will. Fighting back is something that we have been known to do. Let's just say it is not common for these vampires to be so brazen against us.
Well, if we were to go take the head off the snake, would you join us? You and your men?
You must talk to Madame Ava before you decide to make that decision. The Strahd himself I've only seen twice, 3 times.
And
but
perhaps talk to your friends as well.
No, we will survive, and in this land, Strahd is king.
Could we have a?
I am.
Will we be able to have a rest here before we make our travel towards Ava?
Sir, what is your name? Before we get any further, what is your name?
Eugene.
Pardon, that cut out.
Eugene.
Eugene?
Eugene.
Eugene.
His name is Eugene, but Eugene.
His name is Eugene?
Eugene.
Oh, Eugene.
I heard my name.
Eugene, but suave. Eugene.
I'm gonna declare that this whole thing happened in character, and he just turns and he says something that you guys could pretty much guarantee. Like, roll an insight. If you get above a 10, he basically just went fucking foreigners can't understand us. But the rest of the night is spent drinking. People are really tight-lipped with information.
I'm actually not drinking that much. I'm sipping on my cup and I'm making it seem like, oh, I'm having a good time.
I'm getting
really
absolute
not drinking
glasses.
that much.
I'm not. I'm sipping my cup and making it obvious.
I'm just smoking my
I'm
pipe.
sniffing gypsy coke. That caravan white girl.
Yeah, they definitely get you some Vistani dust essentially, and Y'all have a grand old party. Why don't we take a quick smoke break while I plan out the village of Barovia a little bit better?
Got that
Okay.
Barovian marching dust.
Yup.
We should plan a siege on them. Let's get this whole caravan to come with us and launch a fucking giant attack on them.
So is
Why
this
are
gonna
we attacking people we don't even know who our enemies are? That's
I think-
whack.
Is this gonna count as-
attack the
Guys,
sending us-
vampires.
I
Well,
think
these
he's
guys
sending us
plan
orders possibly to your leader.
Over too
Yeah,
fast,
these
bro.
guys. This guy's plan is to like the reason they're going is to both bring you to like a tavern to meet Lady Ava, also to like do a bunch of trading with some of the villagers. They have some goods lined up.
Yeah. Will this count as a long rest,
Wait a minute.
Bacon, for in game?
Yes, this will be a long rest. So once we get back in about 10 to 13 minutes, we are going to pick up the next little section of this. But let's take a quick smoke break. Top off.
Sounds
Okay.
good. We'll be right back. This is D&D with THC. Thanks for watching. We'll be back after the break.
These hoes be acting up because you keep
This is-
letting them.
D&D with THC. We're back from the smoke break. We left off. I'll let Bacon recap where we left off. I think we were just heading into a long rest. Take it away, Bacon.
So after absolutely motherfucking dispatching one of Rod's little vampire hobos there, the party came upon a gypsy camp, the Vistani specifically. They were welcome. You know, the Vistani are nice people. They let them in, especially since you got some interesting stories to tell. Told a bit about the dangers of they call him the Devil Strahd, the vampire Strahd. And yeah, they partied with you, gave you some information about the lay of the land, and they're gonna take you by boat tomorrow towards the village of Barovia, towards the old Svalich Road. So
Okay.
the party gets a long rest. So everybody, you're back up. You get whatever you get back from that. Anything people want to do in the morning? It looks like these guys they're packing up. There's like a caravan heading out in the opposite direction, and it looks like they've left some goods and a little river boat for everybody to travel on, along with a couple of really big guards.
Well, in the
So,
morning,
the first thing I want to pull out that I don't remember the name of the urn. Oh, yeah.
The item that gives you the free booze forever.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the two healing potions out of it. Pour them into a couple of the empty flasks.
Very nice. They smirk, and a couple of them come over to you to see if they could get some of the beer that comes out of there.
I take mayonnaise out of it and give it to him. Say it works differently for different people. Sorry, man.
you said took mayonnaise out.
Yeah,
Why would you
I
give
read
them
it.
my mayonnaise? I fucking love mayonnaise.
Yeah,
I take out another handful and literally hand him a handful of mayonnaise. How much you want?
he laughs and he cleans his cup out, and then he himself pours, using your urn, a cup of beer, because he knows how that item works.
Damn, I licked the mayonnaise off my hand.
Now maybe you should take a lesson so you don't have mayonnaise instead of beer.
Hey, I love mayonnaise too.
A cup full of beer, the other has a hand covered in mayonnaise. Who won here? And he takes a big.
I think it is me. I like the mayonnaise.
I got up in the morning early, and I made friends with the people that are like making the meals. So I'm over there like cooking breakfast for the camp, talking mad shit, laughing and joking with people, asking them about their customs and the things that they like to eat, their spices and stuff. Basically, just having a fucking like a breakfast party over there with these people.
So what you learn then is that these guys are like really full of life. They love spicy food, just like flavors. They love colors. They love music. They love fighting. They love sex. They love drugs. They love all of that stuff. They just are big into living life, and that they basically exist as trade caravans. And you also find out that they're pretty much the only people that can go in and out of this place for some reason.
Oh, that is very interesting news. And I asked them, is that something that they can control?
It is just who we are.
If I was to travel with you, could I leave?
No, you would inevitably get lost, exhausted, and wind up back here.
Ah,
I would
truly
be
a force of control.
up
It's-
sitting by the
that's
fire. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The mist that surrounds us, it baffles the senses of those that are not of the Vistani blood.
Your customs remind me much of my own homeland.
I would like to see it someday, and hopefully you will too, my friend. And he genuinely made a friend of this person.
What's his name?
His name is Gregorovich, or Gregor.
I am Ptolemy.
Gregor. Pleasure to meet you. And I'm gonna leave it up to you to remember that name, because if you don't remember it, I'm just gonna come up with a different name, and it's just your Vistani friend. So,
Gregorovich. I'm gonna
Gregory?
write in my note Gregorovich, but you call him Gregor. I'm writing it in my note right now, but I would appreciate if you would keep it too.
I got it in the notes.
Thank
Cool.
you, sir.
Dad would be sitting up by the fire
So-
smoking his pipe with the other old guy. If there was any literature around anywhere, whether it be just like something on a tree or just anything with paper and words on it, he'd be reading it.
So the old guys are in the caravan. They left like a bunch of goods. It looks like food that they've gathered, some truffles, like that type of stuff from the woods in here, and like furs and that kind of thing. The old guys and the rest of the Vistani have all sort of headed off in their caravan into the woods. You're with like Grigorovich, who's leading this group of younger guys, and they're essentially like the boat crew, pretty much. So you'd be smoking alone because they're busy doing shit.
Gotcha. So that's okay, but is
Yeah,
there
you
any
never smoke
literature?
alone.
Is there any literature hanging around that I might have been able to pick up? Anything that might
No,
help me
most
learn
of-
about the area?
This is spoken word, so no literature. They
All
don't,
right, well,
they
I'm
don't really
just
have books.
sitting up by the pipe, smoking my pipe, waiting for everybody else to figure out the move.
I'm gonna bring him over a plate of food from the fire.
I would definitely eat it.
Sit down beside him.
So they load looks like a wagon on. It's a pretty big river raft essentially that they've constructed. They load a wagon onto it as well, and they after everybody's set, they have a quick breakfast and yeah, start
Head
heading
out
down.
for the high seas.
Yeah, so you're going from like that little bridge right there. I'm sorry, the like the little like the big pool that's right next to those things. Yes, exactly. Thank you. I keep forgetting I can do that. So you're essentially traveling down this river towards the old Svalich Road, which is
Oh,
essentially.
thanks for the cheer, Gunkle Bear.
Sorry.
Thanks for the cheer, Gunkle Bear. He basically cheered for us on.
Oh, thank you.
Twitch.
So yeah, as you're traveling down, really what strikes you is how gloomy this place is. You see, these guys are pretty apt at moving undisrupted. They're at some points they slow the boat down, they stop it even occasionally, and they're just sort of taking their time. And as you're noticing that they're avoiding things. There seems to be a lot of undead that are around. There's wolves above you. You see ravens and bats just flying everywhere. And roll a perception check. Remember that dog that Lex had found a while ago?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
sort of staying.
Shout out to my little friend.
Dab actually managed to sort of catch a glimpse of a dog that seems to look similar, sort of trailing you guys out of sight.
Yeah, I got a nat 20 on that.
So,
So you can definitely tell there's a dog that looks similar trailing you guys.
That's the one that was found by the dead ranger?
We gotta kill that dog. It's tracking us.
It definitely.
What you guys laughing, bro?
You just get it out.
Is that dog in sight of me?
You missed it. It's actually staying pretty hidden.
Can I turn to one of the guys in our boats that looks like they might know something and say, you guys know anything about a ranger that has a pet dog or wolf?
There was a ranger here several weeks ago. We have not seen him in quite some time. He did not have a wolf. He traveled with a bear.
The bear. Where? Bear, you say? Was he friend?
Was he? I'm sorry. Was he what? I
Was,
just didn't.
was he a friend?
He was a traveler like you. Sometimes people get invitations to come and be Strahd's playthings.
Say things, but he meant you guys no harm when you met him.
We did not meet him, but he did no harm.
Huh. All right then. Thank you. And I quietly turn to whoever's near me in the group and talk with the dog and say, potentially that is not what it seems to be.
I quite concur, because most of the things in this misty fucking wasteland are not what they seem to be.
It's
I'm
kind
gonna
of
shoot
creeping
it
me
if I
out.
see it.
You're gonna what, Lex?
I'm gonna shoot it if I see it.
So, unfortunately, you guys don't seem to spot it for the rest of the time. You come up to essentially, you see how like when you go to the east on the river, there leads to a bridge there.
Mm-hmm.
You come up to a little makeshift dock that they've put together. Essentially, they like just dock on the sand bank next to it and pull the wagon off. And two of the stronger guys start to pull the wagon up that road towards the village of Barovia. You're now on the old Svalich Road. This is the road that travels centrally through one end of this county to the other, and all sides of this map essentially are surrounded by that dense fog that just never seems to go away. This road is a little bit more what you would expect out of just a regular road. I mean, everything is still gloomy. People are still tense. Like the guards that are there have their hands on their hilts the entire time, but they're less tense than they were on the river, which was basically ready to shoot at anything that they fucking saw that looked like it was going to notice them. You do pass a couple of what look to be villagers. These guys don't really pay any mind to them. They're just sort of going about their business, doing their thing. Some of them going to trade with the gypsy camp. There's a couple other little spotted outposts that are around. You saw on the map.
Are they armed? They have weapons?
No, they are. Most of them have like some form of like a quarterstaff or something, but like steel swords are a little expensive for villagers.
Hey, thanks for the cheer, Ralphie.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Hey, Ralphie.
They do still have protection, basically, for themselves.
A little bit of protection for themselves, but the Svalich Road during the day isn't terribly bad. There are ways, like when you ask the Vistani about that, there are ways of like traveling that are less dangerous. It's just maybe not for you.
Okay.
And certainly
Alright,
not if you have a big cargo of goods.
Okay.
So yeah, they you come to the gates of Barovia, and there are these. Hang on one second. Let me see, because I think there's something I can read. First of all, bam, because they give us some nice artwork to take a look at. This is the village of Barovia. It's actually pretty big. Pretty very large actually. Hang on one second. As you approach the village, tall shapes loom out of the dense fog that surrounds everything. The muddy ground underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestones. The tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. The windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness. No sounds cut the silence except for a mournful sobbing that echoes through the streets from a distance.
How do we follow that sobbing?
You can roll a perception check or a survival check, whichever's higher. I think either would be arguable in this instance.
We'll go perception. One.
Yeah, you managed to follow it. It looks like there is just you managed to find a beautiful woman. She's blonde, long hair, slender frame, and a human. And she's holding a man's fresh corpse. Looks like he has a crossbow bolt in his back.
I'm gonna say, what happened, little mama?
She looks up startled at you, She drops the man's head on the ground. He's dead, and she runs into her house.
I'm going to throw the Molotov cocktail at the house.
You're going to throw the Molotov cocktail at her house?
No, I'm just playing, man. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, I was gonna be like, "Well, this is gonna get interesting."
I was just hoping Al would flip the fuck out.
He's not even paying attention.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
No answer. It is locked, and it looks to be barred. Actually, it's reinforced.
I'm not so much trying to get in the house as much as I'm knocking to get the woman's attention to ask her what happened.
There is no answer. Hang on one second. I need to look one thing up real quick.
What are you thinking, fellas?
Thinking a fucking weird situation to walk up on.
Bacon, I'm gonna is he's the only dead person there?
Yeah, he's the only dead person here.
I'm gonna loot
Nobody
him.
else. Nobody else is around.
Can I loot him?
He's already looted.
Yeah.
He was looks like he was robbed. Doesn't really have anything of value on him.
Okay.
So maybe that little girl just found him this way,
Or he was killed in front of her.
or the little girl isn't what she seems like everything else in this fucking place, and she killed him.
Yeah, she might be a man.
She might be your second 100-year-old daughter in the stories I hear.
Then
Yeah,
should check
so-
out.
So as you're like looking at this guy, you see you hear a voice, kind of an older male voice. Yeah, she won't come out for anybody. Poor bastard. Shakes his head.
Why not?
Not from around here, are you?
I just moved here about 10 seconds ago.
Oh, really? He says, kind of looking you up and down. Well, that's Irina Koliana. And she doesn't come out for anyone. In fact, I'm surprised to have seen her in the street at all.
Sir, do you know who did this?
He shrugs. Could have
Drug?
been anyone. He shrugs at and he goes, "Yeah, couldn't have ideas. This was her father."
That makes sense. Do you know why he was killed?
He shrugs. You can roll an insight.
Can I raise my voice and try to intimidate him instead of insight?
You may.
I want to say it's not a game. This man is dead. Who did it?
Let me see what you roll for that before I laugh. Actually,
20.
well, I didn't see it happen, but well, this was the third time he rebuked him. That her father rebuked Strahd.
So Strahd's men killed this man.
I don't know, but it could be. It could have just been robbed. He could have. There's tons of reasons. He says he's like backing out slowly, kind of shaking.
Okay, I'll leave this one to Ptolemy, and I'll walk off and let Ptolemy talk to him, because he's the nice one. Good cop, bad cop.
Well, at that, he's actually just gonna turn and make a beeline away since you're no longer interacting with him.
All right, old man, fuck off. I got all I needed out of you anyway. I don't even like you that much anyway, old man.
So I'd start asking around to see if I could find the lady that these guys spoke of.
So where are you going to go to ask? Like, there's like a village center kind of thing. There's a
Was there any type of library here?
yeah, there's a library.
I would go into the library and start to see if there's any literature about the surrounding areas and who this Strahd character is and anything else of the sort.
I'll go to the local tavern and talk to the locals.
Roll a history check, Dab.
$25.
Nice.
What's this woman's name again, Pino?
The girl that was holding the person's head.
Irina Kolya.
Irina's who we're looking for.
So, in life, Strahd von Zarovich was a count, a prince, a soldier, and a conqueror. After the death of his father, King Barav, Strahd waged long, bloody war against his family's enemies. He and his armies conquered the last of these enemies on a remote mountain valley before slaying them all. Strahd named that valley Barovia, after his deceased father, and was so struck by its scenic beauty he decided to settle there. Queen Barovia lamented the death of Barav and was fearful of Strahd. War had made him cold and arrogant. She kept her younger son Sergei away from the battlefield. Strahd envied the love and intention of his mother, visited his brother, so in Barovia he remained. Peace made Strahd restless. And at that point, the accounts sort of peter off. It's like someone's manipulated them. Maybe you see like a couple pages here or there, like ripped out mention of Strahd had gotten married at one point. But
Right.
apparently there was a dark power that took a hold of him.
And do I know anything about the town or any of the creatures that might be around or anything I should look out for?
Loads of undead. That's pretty easy to tell. There's like a lot of like wolves, undead creatures, all sorts of awful things happen at Strahd's castle, and that's pretty clear. But that's what you can find out from your research checks. Lex, you said you were going to talk to some like commoners and see what's going on.
Yeah, I'd love to go to the tavern and talk to the locals. Have a couple drinks.
So are y'all going to the tavern together?
Yeah.
I'd love if you guys came with me.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Terrible.
Zan,
So
roll a perception check.
Oh, I'm not heading to the tavern with you guys.
Oh, Ptolemy, are you coming to the tavern with us?
Yeah, but I'm trailing behind slightly.
So all of a sudden ahead of you as you're walking through this town square, you're walking through like a big section like of just essentially empty sand. I want y'all to put yourselves on the bottom left-hand corner. You're moving towards the top right-hand corner. You hear screaming, and suddenly the crowd ahead of you just runs from side to side, and you see a man standing there. I didn't
Okay,
want
well,
second.
if I was going to veer off, hearing that, I'm not going to veer off.
You can be with the group. That's fine.
I don't have my token for some reason. It's not me.
I mean, in game, definitely. Don't veer off. Somewhere in the bottom left, all I see is a black screen.
Same.
All you see is a black screen.
You got to reveal Bacon.
Gender reveal bacon.
So just above the dice, there's a. Can't remember what it says.
Can you see it now?
I can't see it either.
No.
Can't see shit, bro.
1 second, folks.
Can't see nothing.
Go to the map and turn off Fog of War.
It's off. Hang on.
The map settings.
Just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it on my other map. Yeah, I just did. We're just gonna do it on this map. Deal with it. It'll be better next time.
Sounds good.
So as you're walking through,
Hey, you guys should be able to move your tokens to the bottom left.
move your tokens actually
Flex.
straight down, like you're walking up that path, essentially.
Bottom left? Which bottom? Just bottom, yeah.
Lex, move your guy. There you go.
I did.
Y'all see a man, actually. Well, it's a figure of a man, at least. This is a vampire. This is not a vampire spawn, but this is a vampire.
This isn't Strahd, right?
He smiles at you. Welcome to my country, Barovia. Now tell me, how is it that you came about being here?
Do we know you?
How rude of me. My name is Strahd von Zarovich. I rule these lands. And I'm curious what brought you here.
I'm married to the Lich Queen.
He looks at you. Then how did you get here, my friend?
How you think I got here? She got all mad at me because you know I be fucking all the hoes, right? So she's all mad about it. She sent me over here talking about, oh, let's see how you deal with Strahd's place. But I kind of like it here.
Hang on one second. And he smiles. You kind of like it here, do you? Fine then. Let's see what you have. He steps forward. Roll initiative, everybody.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that
Make
was
sure you
all
click
right.
on your character first.
I fucked up. I rolled a 22 and fucked up because I didn't click on my character.
Just click on your character, roll again, and you can change it to a 22.
Yeah, but it's fine. Yeah, because you still came up in the chat. We see it. We believe you. It's just it didn't come up in the thing.
So I rolled a 3. Tell them you're giving me all your shit rolls tonight.
Everybody got to take their turn, homeboy.
Yeah.
My guy's up there as a 20, but oh yeah, I can change it to 22. Did it change?
No, Bacon's got to change it. He changed it.
I did change it, right?
Yeah, you did.
I'm the fucking man. Who else wants a higher initiative?
Xanax?
Bacon, let me know when I set it off on his bitch ass.
Hang on one second. All right, go ahead. Lex, it's on you. He steps forward, smiling at you.
I'm going to smile back, pick my nose, wipe it on my shirt, and put Hunter's mark on him. I'm not taking him serious.
Go for it. Did you is that your turn? Oh no.
Oh!
Say hello to my little friend.
With the Hunter's Mark is a double, and the Colossus is a double. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a good time to hit a 20.
What's the total?
13, 15, 16.
Roll the D6
24.
twice. Gotta roll the D6 twice.
Oh, I rolled it twice?
Yeah, and Colossus. Oh, they did crit for Colossus, but you rolled D6 twice too. Yeah, the Hunter's Mark twice too.
And so 13, 16, 20, 23. Is that right?
Yeah, I got
Hang on
23.
1 second.
23, right?
Yeah.
Okay, first shot
16.
does 23 damage.
Yeah, 23.
Takes it. He laughs.
He laughs.
He laughs.
I'm gonna laugh too and shoot again. Does the 16 hit?
As he shields himself, it does not.
I'm gonna scream, I fucking love it here, and end my turn.
Lex, if you just decide to try to stay here,
What?
when you say "I fucking love it here," are you planning on staying for a while? Or are you trying to get out as fast as you can?
I can't.
You got to find a way out. That's what you got to do.
I gotta get back to her. I mean, bro, this wifey. I gotta get back. But I'll come
course,
back
of
and
course.
party with Strahd.
Strahd is laughing. Actually, he seems very happy. Next up is Ptolemy.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I don't want to use my action search early, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna dash to him. 5, 10. Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna dash to him. Using 40 movement. And I'm gonna action surge so I can attack him.
Go for it.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna use my bonus action first to make my echo. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna use my whole action to move. I don't have to. I'm going to I'm just gonna use 30 movement from where I was. So that would have brought me to like right here. I use my bonus action to create my echo behind him. And my first then I'm gonna reach inside my coat and I'm gonna pull out that that Molotov. And I'm gonna throw it at him and try to splash the oil on him.
Roll it.
All right, so as I pull it out, I light it in one motion, so it's burning, and I throw it at him. D20. 16 plus what? My strength?
Just the strength mod.
Yeah, it's 8. So it's 24.
I'm sorry, Dex to hit because it's a thrown weapon.
I got you. All right, so 18.
Misses. Unfortunately, you go past him as he kind of directs his shield to not take any damage from that.
All right, I use my second attack action to use my echo to attack him.
Do it.
I'm gonna use Great Weapon Mastery. Roll high, roll high, roll high, roll high, roll high.
Is this guy Strahd Bacon?
This guy's Strahd.
All right, cool.
So
Dope that
21
set
does
off on
does 21
Strahd
hit?
Bacon.
Does
Hits.
21 hit him? Okay.
Yes.
12 plus 10 is 22 damage. So my smoky echo cocks back and chops down on this thing's back.
He's still smiling. And at the end of your turn, you see him flourish his hand very quickly, and suddenly he vanishes. Y'all can roll Arcane, not like the Arcana
He's
skill.
invisible. He's invisible.
Yeah, that makes sense because I'm actually very, very stupid. So
That was a
Two is-
greater invisibility.
That was greater invisibility.
Yep.
I'm gonna scream. He's fucking invisible.
He is indeed. Next up is Dab.
Well, shit.
It's fucking vampire, bro.
So I can't see him. So
It's Team Jacob anyway.
you're an asshole, Lex. You're mad funny.
fuck. What do I do?
Just throwing dodgeballs at them.
Yo, not being able to see him is one thing. Maybe you can hear him. Try to perceive him with your hearing, or
Yeah.
smell
Can
him,
I?
something.
Can I roll an investigation check to see if maybe I can, or a nature check so I can see like footprints on the ground because we're in the. See if I can see like where he might be.
You believe he's
pushing
still
the
in the
grass.
same spot for now, actually. Like, he's probably still in the same spot for now. He only gets to do one little action.
Oh, okay, well then I'm firing off a firebolt right behind him, or fireball right behind him.
Okay.
So it'll be back here, so it doesn't hit Ptolemy, but it will nail his echo.
I don't
Actually, no,
care.
it
Echoes
won't.
die
It
every
won't.
day. Them shits die. Them
I
shits
have
die every day.
arcane.
B.
I have arcane
Oh shit! Even
ability.
better.
Yeah, 21 gets it.
Okay, so he's safe. So he takes half damage. And I think, yeah, that'll be my. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna take my movement speed 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll move there and then my turn.
Hang on 1 second.
Alright, my dude. Saving fucking sister here.
Where is Richter on this map?
What's
I
that?
already missed. Over here.
Already
Cool.
missed is over there. Dab's right there. And he fired his fireball back here, so it would hit just Strahd.
Next up is Strahd, it looks like. Ooh. Dun dun dun. So it looks so suddenly you can roll perception. Everybody can roll a perception check. Everybody but Richter and Ptolemy are I'm sorry, everybody but Artie and Ptolemy are disadvantaged for this.
Why me? Why me?
Ptolemy, you're not disadvantaged.
Fuck's sake.
Why me?
Cause he's mad close to me.
So Ptolemy, you're pretty sure he just moved away from you actually. And Artie, you might want to roll your yeah. Well, you got a 6, but you know he's close to you at this point. So sorry, I'm losing track of where my friggin'
I'm
character
gonna
sheets
go.
is.
I think it's close to me.
Lex, you can roll a wisdom saving throw. Okay, you're good. However, It looks like 5 swarm of bats are just gonna be popping the fuck up here.
Five swarms of bats.
Yeah, they just sort of appear out of thin air.
Fucking.
And they disperse themselves so that they're in a position around you like so. And after that, it looks like it is going to be Xanax.
Mm-hmm. So I've been reading and thinking about what I'm going to do this whole time. I'm still trying to figure it out. Sorry. Fuck. Swing creature you can see. So I have no idea where this guy is now at this point.
You can roll a perception check.
Okay, sure. I will attempt that. So a 12 for that perception check.
You don't think he's near you, but you're not quite sure where he is. I mean, Artie is screaming, "He's near me, guys!"
So how do spells work? Because I have spells that say cast if I can see them, and I have other spells that say a creature within range. Doesn't say I have to see them.
I'm gonna give it to you that
So
you don't.
for example, this says a flash of light that streaks toward a creature of your choice within range.
Oh, you can't choose it if you can't see it. You have to know sort of. Well,
Okay, that's all I'm asking.
Actually,
Is how you play it.
You know he's within range. So yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I will definitely guiding bolt him. Or attempt to guiding bolt him. So that's a ranged spell attack. At the regular level, first level.
You are at disadvantage.
I'm at disadvantage.
Roll
So
to
let me
range
roll
spell attack.
Yeah, let me roll another D20 plus 8.
And you're shooting at it like basically right next to Richter. That's where it's going.
It's okay. Come on.
Misses.
So yeah. If I am assuming he's in that oh shoot. There's something right in front of me. I'm not gonna do anything. That's it. That's my turn.
Top of the initiative order, Nick. Actually, at this point, Lex, you're getting attacked. It looks like Strahd is right the fuck next to you and trying to bite you.
He's trying to bite me?
Nope.
Damn, I kind of want to be a vampire, though. Is it like bite me to become a vampire, or bite me like...
Oh! He has advantage because he's invisible. So, Lex, he's going to crit you.
Oh, out of turn?
Yeah, actually, he does get to do that out of turn. So let me take a look. Your hit point total maximum
32.
is reduced by an equal amount up to the necrotic damage taken. Strahd regains hit points equal to that amount. So you take 9 plus
632, I think.
yeah, you take 32 and then you lose 32 hit points. So like your denominator goes down for a period of time till a long rest.
So take 32 damage.
32.
Yeah, and then you lose, and then your max hit point total is temporarily lost, reduced by 32.
Wow.
Yeah, so we
Strahd
can't even
got-
heal that back.
Strahd healed that back.
You
Yeah,
stole
Strahd-
that,
oh, shit.
period. That
Oh, am I
amount of
about to
life
be a
force you had.
vampire? Is that a
Possibly.
thing or what?
I'm just like still figuring out layers and stuff. All right, next up is, and you know what? He's actually going to pop out of invisibility, smiling at you now at full health again. Because he can just turn that off. It's your turn, Lex.
I'm gonna sacrifice myself so that my teammates can always see him. I'm gonna light the Molotov cocktail and throw it at our feet and set us both on fire.
He's going to laugh. You see him smile and laugh. There's a little crazy look in his eye. You can just like, I'm not even gonna make that's a gimme roll. So go ahead and roll 2d6. That's how much damage people are gonna be taking, you and Strahd.
I'm down.
He laughs. And his legendary action this time is going to be saying, "Welcome to Barovia." He picks Lex's body up out of the fire and he tosses him to you guys, waves his hands, and turns into a mist. And he sort of just disperses. The bats go away.
He's gone.
Someone may want to revive Lex.
Revive me, guys. He only let us live because I'm crazy and he likes me.
Died off 9 damage? Shit.
Oh, he didn't die. He just decided to leave.
No, Lex died. Lex is dead.
Lex,
Or already missed is dead.
So yeah,
Dead?
I had to run for something. No.
Dead?
I
I'm
hope
gonna-
not.
No, he's just down.
What's your
I'm gonna
max
go up.
HP
And,
at right now?
I'm gonna go. He just got hit with that fucking 34 fucking damage plus 9.
32, which reduced his maximum by 32. So if his maximum is at 4 right now, -4 outright kills him. That's why I ask.
What's your total hit points, Lex, before anything damage? What's your max hit points like normally?
Come here. Come on.
Lex, what's your max hit points normally?
We can look. Where's the stream?
So I'm gonna go with Lex is not dead right now.
That's probably a good assumption. I just
Yeah, Lex is bleeding out though. You should
Mike-
probably
Already missed his max hit points or 35.
yeah, Lex
So-
is he's
so-
still he's alive. You should probably like heal him and then probably get him some sort of medical attention. At this point, one of the gypsies that you guys came to town with, they sort of took off and did their own thing. He runs out. It's Grigorovich, and he feeds Artemis a potion that brings him up to his current max hit points, which I believe is 4.
Yep.
And he goes, "This is what I feel. Tonight, Madame Eva will be outside in her camp, little ways outside of town. We take you to the inn right now. You best get indoors quickly. Do not give anyone permission to enter if they ask. Do you understand?
Yes.
And they're gonna bring you to a tavern.
This is fucked up. I was ready to get right the fuck out of that advantage these fucking bats had on me.
Turn is it?
Yeah, 1
We're
second.
going to a tavern. Strahd disappeared. Gypsy or the one of the travelers give Artie there a potion to get him back up to 4 health points.
Am I gonna be a vampire? That's all I want to know.
You're
No,
not
you're not. He
humanoid.
didn't-
You're not humanoid. If you were humanoid and you died and we buried you, you'd come back the next day as vampire spawn controlled by him.
It's not just died. You have to have your max hit points
Yeah.
reduced to nothing. Hang on 1 second. Ignore that.
Wait, so I got 4 hit points for the rest of the game?
Currently, that seems to be the way it's going to work. But don't worry.
So with that,
You're always
Bacon,
getting it.
go to get the map down and go to the settings of the actual map that you got us on right now and just unclick Fog of War. And it'll take it right off.
Where is the settings of the actual map?
So you click the map drop down menu that shows you all the maps where you keep moving the ribbon from. And the map that we're on, you click on it, there's a little gear icon.
Damn me.
Oh, it's not enabled. It's disabled. Can you not see it? Is it black? Is it black
it's all
still?
it's all black.
Okay, so from here it's role play, so that's good. You're in the inn, and you know you're basically the whole talk of the town is there is essentially there was a sighting of Strahd. He came back in, and then there's also Irina Christoph Kolyana was killed earlier today, and the talk of the town it was Strahd's minions out of frustration.
So we're gonna lock ourselves in a building because that effect, I believe, only takes for 24 hours, right?
It does. Like once the night rolls by, which is only an hour or two from now, there's you hear a knock on your door. They're already in the building, so either they're good or they're not, because it's just vampires getting in the building. Like they can do it after they've been invited in. They can go anywhere.
We don't open the door because we were told specifically not to open the door, even if somebody knocks on it.
Grigorovich.
We don't open the door because we were specifically told not to open the door. What do you need, Grigorovich? Talk on the other side of the door.
Adam Ava will see you now. We have an escort for you, and we have a potion for your friend.
I don't
This
know.
will help restore him to health. And he opens the doorknob a little bit, and you see his hand, like clearly this guy's hand, holding out a potion.
So I take the potion. I say, pull the hand back, and I examine the potion.
Roll a alchemy.
Arcana.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Fuck, 13.
You're not quite sure the specific effect it's going to have, but it looks to be a restorative potion, not a poison.
Alright, and then I'll hand it to Artie Mist. And then can I do an insight check to see if the person on the other side is lying to me? Is it actually Gregor or not?
Yeah, the 10 or above.
16.
It's Gregor. It's about the time that they thought Gregor was going to come, and he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do, which is bringing him Adam Ava.
And I'll unlock the door and open it and say, sorry, friend, you can never be too safe.
I agree with you more. You feel better after that potion, my friend, he says, looking at Artie.
Who has yet to drink it. I think he's doing something right at this second.
I think he drank it and felt better.
Once Lex drinks the potion, he gets his hit points back.
Perfect.
It's a specialty of the gypsy camp.
Oh, and is there any way we could be taught how to make this potion?
Not with the ingredients that you could find here, my friend, and that was our last one.
Oh, well, thank you very much. On to the lady.
Could you write those ingredients down for us, perhaps?
He kind of shrugs and he writes down like some loose descriptions, like with enough, like because he doesn't know the names of a lot of the ingredients, smells and stuff that you're looking for.
Thank you.
So you guys are coming up to a much larger gypsy camp this time. That one before was just like a little trade way station that all travelers tended to use, kind of like one of those old west houses in the frontier that were just meant for people to stop in and sleep. This one is a much more long-standing, and as you're coming in, you see the other Vistani camp, the other Vistani caravan that you had left before, making its way from the other side. There's a massive party that night, revels and just drunkenness, fire breathing, music, fights, fucking everything. And Gregor leads you guys in. Once they see that you're with Gregor, they give you a nod, and where we're going to leave you guys off for this session is entering to Madame Ava's smoky tent to see an old, wrinkled woman sitting covered in jewels, glass beads, sort of radiating mysticism and magic, smiles and say, "So you are the ones that brought the light." In time. End of session, guys. How'd you like your first foray into the plot of Strahd?
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Strahd's a
man.
beast.
I'm liking it so far. I wish I had more opportunity to kill something.
I loved it. If this was MySpace, Strahd would be in my top 8. That's my guy.
Very nice, guys. Well, I'm glad everybody enjoyed it, and thanks everybody that's watching on stream for watching this. Really happy to be doing this, especially with everything going so crazy. So, thanks for joining us on our little escape.
Thanks to Bacon for putting on a great session tonight. Thanks to everybody that cheered and subscribed and everything else and followed throughout the day. We'll be back again Friday. I think we're going to do a Fan Friday this Friday. If not, we might move that to Sunday, and then we'll be back again next Monday with Lost Minds of Andover, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and again back here next Wednesday with the next episode of the Curse of Strahd Bacon campaign, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.